Hello, grade 10 students. Let's get prepared for our second part of our writing lesson. I need you all to prepare your student books page 106 and 107, also your workbooks page 91. Shall we begin? The objectives of the day are: recall the layout of an essay expressing opinion, create a plan about genetically modified food after listing information, and finally, compose an essay expressing opinion applying the skills in language learned. Let's get started. Let's begin with reading the text again in page 106 in order for us to answer the following questions. The first question, what is the type of the text? And the second question, how many paragraphs are there? Pause the video for 5 minutes, read the text again, and answer these two questions. Let's check your answers. For the first question, the type of the text is an opinion essay. Well done, everyone. How about the layout? How many paragraphs do we have? Exactly, 4 paragraphs. Well done, everyone. Now a quick reminder for our writing an opinion essay layout. For the first paragraph, we are going to introduce the topic and clearly state your opinion. Remember this. As for the second paragraph, we're going to write the first viewpoint, reasons or examples. As for paragraph 3, we're going to mention the second viewpoint, reasons or examples. And finally, in paragraph 4, we're going to restate opinion and give a well-balanced summary of the topic. Let's highlight on some important information that we need to use before we plan our writing, starting with use variety of linking words to list points. Add more points while expressing your opinion. For example, first of all, you are beginning the listing. Also, you are adding. As a result, you're giving an example or a consequence. Another reason, you are adding another. Use this when you are writing the second viewpoint. Another point is you will write in a formal style and make sure that you do not use short forms, so no abbreviations and no shortcuts. Finally, use evidence to support your opinion. You will give examples such as research findings, facts, statistics. As you can see here, this is an example of statistics. 70% less water per plant than conventional farming. Let's look at the tip box, page 107. When you are writing an essay expressing an opinion, starting with choose few ideas or points or arguments, the ones you have the most to say about. Don't try to deal with too many points, so focus on a number of ideas and explain them. Give examples on them. Use topic sentences to express the central idea of each paragraph. We covered it in the previous lesson. The topic sentence is the main idea of each paragraph. Make sure that your 4 paragraphs have topic sentences. Develop the paragraphs by expanding on the idea in the topic sentence. So, you will express your idea in a topic sentence and then you will expand it by providing examples and explain further. So you will justify your ideas and when possible you will use examples to illustrate them. Use a variety of linking words, phrases to list points as we mentioned in the previous slide. Make sure that you will add more points and express your opinion. Also, you will write in a formal style and do not use short forms. Avoid introducing any new ideas in the conclusion because the conclusion is a summary. So make sure that you will summarize paragraph 2 and 3 in the conclusion. No new ideas. Also, you will use evidence to support your opinion, such as research findings and statistics. Let's look at our workbook page 91 and highlight the most important information that we need to focus on when we are planning, starting with the introduction. Make sure that you briefly introduce the topic you are going to discuss and say how you feel about it by providing your opinion. As for the main part, you have two paragraphs, paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. Make sure that you choose two main arguments or two main ideas and write one paragraph on each. So, paragraph 2 will cover an idea and paragraph 3 will cover a different idea. Then you will explain your ideas or points and give examples if possible. So you will choose one idea for each paragraph, explaining, providing examples, and giving evidence. Finally, for the conclusion, you will sum up by stating your overall opinion. Let's look at our plan in our workbooks page 91 and look at our student books page 107 to look and read the prompt. Your teacher has asked you to write an essay on the following topic. We should avoid eating genetically modified food. Do you agree? So, you will base your plan about this prompt, genetically modified food. You can use these questions to help you look up the internet. What is genetically modified food? How is genetically modified food produced? Should we avoid eating genetically modified food? Why and why not? Look up the internet and try to make some ideas in order for you to be able to plan your writing. Let's work on our plan one part at a time, beginning with the introduction. For the first paragraph, what is the topic? How do you feel about it? I need you to pause the video for a few minutes and write down what is the topic about and give your opinion. Let's check the sample answers. For the first question, it is about genetically modified food. As for your feeling, you can be, for example, concerned or pessimistic. Any related answer to this style is correct. Now let's look at the main part for the second and the third paragraph. What is your first argument or idea? And you will provide explanations or examples and evidence. The same is for the third paragraph. What is your second argument or idea? And you have to provide explanation, examples, and evidence. So pause the video for a few minutes, write down your ideas, and let's check the sample afterwards. Let's brainstorm together. What is your first argument or idea? We can say, for example, it's a new idea. The effects are unknown, so you will base your paragraph about this argument, that it is something new and you are worried about the effects. Now, for the explanation or the examples and evidence, you are going to say, it could cause diseases or allergies that you do not know of. So, this is something that you will expand and explain throughout your second paragraph. As for the second argument or idea, you can say the negative effects of genetically modified food. You will discuss this thoroughly. Also, you will provide, for example, an increased use of genetically modified seeds could result in loss of variety in plants. So you will expand this, explain it further, and provide evidences. Now let's look at the conclusion, your final paragraph. What is your opinion about the topic? Pause the video for a few minutes and write down your opinion. Make sure that your opinion matches the reasons you gave in the previous paragraphs. Now let's check together what we can write in this section. You are against the idea of genetically modified food. Any related answer to this is correct. Let's work on the introduction. We are going to expand these two questions and give a thorough explanation. You are going to provide a topic sentence for your first paragraph and make sure that you expand the information you have here and provide your opinion. Pause and start writing. Let's check the sample together. Genetically modified food is food which is produced with the use of GM organisms, that is, organisms whose genetic material has been changed using genetic engineering methods. So, this is the definition of the topic. Now, we are moving to your opinion. There is some concern over the use of GM food, and the reason for this is the possibility that it might have negative effects on human health and the environment. Here you are expressing your concerns and you think that it might have negative effects. Any related answer or sample to this is correct. Let's move on to the main part, the second paragraph. We will start working on the points we have here. What is your first argument? Your first viewpoint? You are going to use the points you provided here, expand them, explain them thoroughly, and provide examples. Also, you will make sure that you use linking words, formal language, giving examples, and evidences. Pause the video for a few minutes and start composing. Let's check the sample together. Starting with, first of all, so you use the linker first of all to start listing. For the point a new idea, let's see how we expanded the sentence. As GM food has not been around for long, many people argue that the effects on human health in the long run cannot be known. We explained also the effects are unknown. So you see, we expanded this and we explained it thoroughly. Now, let's explain further with examples and evidences. We mentioned that it can cause disease or allergies. So we will say one of the fears expressed is that GM food could lead to diseases which will not be able to be treated using antibiotics. Then we added more to make sure that the reader will understand our argument. Another fear has to do with the possibility of GM food causing allergies. As a result, now we are giving what examples? As a result of taking genes from allergenic organisms and putting them into non-allergenic ones. So here, a full, thorough explanation with evidences. Any related style to this is correct. Let's move on to the third paragraph. We are going to use the information we provided earlier and expand them, explain them, and provide examples and evidences. I want you to pause the video for a few minutes and do exactly the way you composed the second paragraph. Let's check the sample together, starting with the negative effects of GM food. As for the negative effects of GM food on the environment, people are concerned about whether GM seeds could accidentally be introduced to non-GM crops and whether the use of chemicals in farming will increase. Then we are talking about an increased use of GM seeds could result in a loss of variety of plants. So let's see how the sentence was expanded. Finally, an increased use of GM seeds could result in loss of variety in plants. Any related style or writing to this is correct. Now let's look at the conclusion. You already provided your opinion, which is you are against the idea of genetically modified food. Pause the video, explain it, and make sure that you summarize the ideas that you mentioned in the previous paragraphs. Pause and start composing. Let's check the sample together. In my opinion, genetically modified food should be avoided as there are still a lot of issues that need to be examined to make sure that they are safe both for humans and for the environment. Any related answer or composing to this is correct. This is the writing all in all. Make sure that you follow the same steps and you use all the information that you provided in your plan in order for you to have a fully correct essay. Remember to follow your checklist and make sure that you covered all the required information. You read the rubric carefully. You made sure that you clearly answered the question in the rubric. Also, you organized your text into paragraphs. You made sure you have a clear topic, sentences in each paragraph. You gave your opinion and you limited yourself to the 2 or 3 things you have given in the essay. Also, you made sure that each paragraph develops the central idea in the topic sentence. Also, you gave appropriate evidence. You used the standard grammar and spelling. You used formal linking words. You avoided using contractions. You corrected any grammar or spelling or punctuation mistakes, and you made sure that your writing is neat and easy to read. Thank you.